Welcome to Nashville. So I'm trying something different this time. I'm doing a voiceover because when I went to the farmers market, I was with other people and I didn't want to get our conversation mixed into me trying to tell you and show you what you're seeing. Okay, so that first shot was the outside of the farmers market. I guess depending on where you come, what side you come from. And so from this side, we're walking into a Jamaican restaurant area. This place, I believe, has been here for years. The farmers market has been here for years, but I think that Jamaican restaurant has been there for a long time also. So one day we have to come back and check out their food. Jamaica Way Restaurant. That was the name of it. All right, let's keep you going. This is the food court. And I think I showed you an area where we're going to go into later. That's a store that has like herbs and spices. We were looking at Chicago style gyros. And that food looks delicious. And now we're looking at Music City crepes. Jenny's ice cream. And very nice. Not too crowded today. And we're just walking down. And this place smells delicious. Food court is a nice place to walk into if you want to start eating before looking around at the area outside, or if you want to end it at this location. Either way, it's a nice area to be in. And I think that's an Indian restaurant down there. We'll check that out later. So we're going to leave the gyro place. This food court makes you want to eat even if you're not hungry. I see Farm City coffee. It smelled really nice. There's a place called the Juice Bar, and we've been there before. We went to another location. I think I got video of us. We were all together, me and you guys. Over there, looking across the food court, there's a place called Bubble Love, which I think is tea or drinks with the little bubble balls in it. There are over 20 places to eat at this at the farmers market. I'm sure there are over 20 places, and I notice now that I can see looks like they're doing some remodeling, changing stuff around, maybe updating things. There's a Natchez Trace Market. And we're going to walk over to the gift shop. And I think back there was a place called El Burrito. I don't know if I said that already. And there's a Bella Nashville Pizzeria. I may not have mentioned that. And so I have little notes I'm looking at here. So we went into this gift shop, and it's called the Heart of Nashville. And if you go to my Instagram page, I took some pictures. The guy there was very nice. And I have to remember to kind of go slow because the camera can sometimes shake. That picture there is a picture of the Parthenon that is here in Nashville. That is an actual replica of the one in Greece. Check out my earlier video about the Parthenon. This place really makes you want to purchase things. I really like stuff like this. I want to buy something, and I live here. lots of nice magnets and keychains and t-shirts, and he had some jewelry, and he was asking me where I was from, so I was talking to him about that. Postcards and stuff you just need to take. Some things you just have to have because they're so cute. Take for yourself or take as a gift. When you take to someone else. You will definitely want something. I like that. I spent a little extra time here because we were talking. I'm sorry if you guys are getting dizzy, but even I had to keep going back around and looking at stuff. So back at the juice bar. Okay, so there was a nice candle stand next to it. It says free smells. The candles smell really nice. They were really nice. I didn't get a price, but they were really nice. And I'm sure they are, handmade. That one says cream and the other one says gummy bears. They smell really nice. Free smells. Okay, so now we are seeing succulent vegan tacos. That's Nashville Pizzeria. Bella Nashville. It says local traditional wood-fired pizza. Farmers Deli and Grill. And something called Delta 61, which is Southern Food Fusion. You have to pause the video to look at the delicious menu. We walked out of the food court area into what we think is an actual, what we walked out to an area that you think of as a traditional farmer's market. When you think of farmer's market, it's what you think of. Outside stands with fruits and vegetables and clothing sometimes, and merchants selling their wares. Unfortunately, I found out on this day that a lot of vendors had already left. It was about 2. So we have to make sure to go back for sure. Yeah, and make sure when you go, you get there early. Areas for you to sit outside and eat your food, and it was a nice day. And it's a covered area, so even in the summertime, even if it's warm, you won't be burned by the sun because you're under a covered area to eat. So this vendor has some nice things. I filmed what I could. I really wanted to keep looking around, and actually I kind of did. I kept looking around, but she didn't want me to continue filming, so I just looked, and that's understandable. Some people don't want you to film. I think I was noticing someone's skirt, and we liked it, so I had to film that. Sorry. She's telling me here that she doesn't want me to continue filming, and I understood, so it's fine. So this guy's pottery was very nice. He said 4 generations of pottery making. Very nice. I didn't really get to look at that as long as I wanted to because he was wrapping stuff up also. And I think you can purchase those lights also. But his pottery was nice. I'm sorry I didn't get to show you all more and up close. He was talking to us about the times they closed, and so I think I was kind of taking in that information. And there we were walking to a table where a guy has incense and fragrances. He was very nice, and we purchased some things from him. Great prices. And next to that area, the camera was briefly pointing to was an area called the Bicentennial Mall, or Bicentennial Park. I'm not really sure. I forgot now. I did a video on that earlier, so you can go back and look at that. And I showed a sign that was talking about someone's handmade jewelry. I think it was T. Marie, it said. So we went outside. We went past that area to another area called Gardens of Babylon. There are plants and trees, big plants, yard sculpture, big pots. And people were making their purchases. I'm not a tree or plant person, so I can look, but that's about it. Lots of nice big trees you can buy and plant in your yard. Isn't that nice? And the prices are a little higher compared to, like, if you go to a Lowe's or a Home Depot or maybe even Walmart Garden Center. I don't know. But the prices seemed a little high. Would you guys have these sculptures in your yard? That's different, right? That's interesting. Look at those big pots. And they had them in lots of colors. Very nice, very nice. That blue is nice. Even the neutral colored one is nice. And look at that. More sculpture. Look at that. Surprisingly, those don't creep me out. Usually that kind of stuff would kind of be creepy to me, or just like, you know what? Nah, not my taste. But you know, I guess in the right setting, it's fine for those that like it. Those are pretty. Yellow and lavender. Those are nice. I think we're about to go into the area that has some crystals and gems. Yeah. So I like this place. Gems, crystals, ornaments. Very nice. And the guy that was working there, isn't that nice? Because it's not polished at all. It's, you can feel the roughness of it, you know, the naturalness of it. So that's nice. And the guy that worked there, he was very nice. He was explaining some things to us. Oh, he was saying something about volcanic rock. I can't remember. I should have recorded him. I think, yeah, I wasn't recording when he said that. If I had recorded it, I would remember, but I don't remember what he said. But anyway, the guy, he was very nice. And we could have kept going forever and ever, but if there had been vendors out still at in the other area, we would have spent a long time there, because I know I would have stopped at almost every table. Look at those sculptures. They're lying down. Greenhouse. I guess, would that be considered a greenhouse? I guess it's greenhouse-ish, I guess. Every time I wanted to stop, I kept going, because I said, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Or maybe they want to see this. So, see, I was thinking about you guys when I was recording. Plants, plants, and more plants. And a plant person can definitely look at those and name them. The cute little giraffe, I had to get that, and the pink bus. So, let's see. So this is us coming from the other side to see what we missed on this side. The broth stop. And that sign says Wild Alaskan Seafood, Pure Pasture Farms. The Fountain of Juice. Ladies of the Lamb. Moosehead Kettle Corn. I'm sorry, guys. We missed everything. We will definitely come back. There's going to be a part 2. Tennessee grass-fed. I guess that means the meat should be better. Pasteurized chicken or unpasteurized chicken. So we're just walking around. When we first started, we were on the other side. Now we came back around and we're on this side. So there are 2 sides. And that lets you know there's a lot of room for merchants. And then they were saying because of the COVID, what's going on in the country, that's why they had to, things are slowly coming back. That's what's going on. So even on its best day, it may not be up to full capacity. We're coming back in on this side where the Indian restaurant is. It smells so good in here, guys. If you lived or worked in the area, I definitely would give each restaurant a try for sure. So I think I mentioned that I'm combining 2 videos because it was 2 separate days. You see the lady in her pink tutu and her gold shoes. pretty in pink. So we're coming in from another angle. This is another day, and I was trying to get there to show you more of the vendors outside. So here we are at the gyro, Chicago style gyro place again, just to give you some perspective of where you are. And I'm showing the food court just to give you an overview again. It's a little more crowded maybe on this day, at this time of day, on this day, or maybe about the same. This is an area that I wanted to go into before. I saw like herbs and spices, I said, and it turns out there's some great foods, and also some great skin products, hair products, stuff like that. Really nice. And I'm pointing out the New York seltzer. I love those drinks. Lots of juice, lots of beverages. Not quite sure why I'm highlighting Gatorade, but I think I'm just trying to point out to you that you can get anything to drink here if you want. I do like Dad's root beer. I like that company's root beer. Let's see what's over here. A Danish something, I think it was, some kind of Danishes. And I asked the guy if it was okay for me to film this area, and he said I could. And then he started asking me, so I'm trying to show you what I'm looking at, but I'm also talking to him, so I'm sorry if I didn't focus on it well enough. But he was just asking me about my channel, and I told him about it. And I'm still trying to show you what I'm seeing, so I'll have to improve my multitasking while trying to record. Look at that grapefruit. Great fruit. Great things to eat. And I see these items and I know those are African. I think the fufu is an African food. And lots of nice stuff. And this says, for instance, one of the shops out here is Lynchburg soap, which goat milk soap, which can help with sensitive skin, eczema, dry skin. It's a pure dark on camera, rosacea, psoriasis, and acne. So many great shops. The guy I talked to just said that it's mostly a weekend thing and it's slowly coming back. COVID did have an effect on the farmers markets.